Today, you're connected more than ever. Your friends, your family, your life. Having a partner that understands banking is what you do on your time, anywhere you like. It's about being connected. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Tuesday, November 29th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. You can catch Newsbreak every weekday at 7 a.m. You can watch it at djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. Going to give you a quick update on news, sports, and weather for the region. Let's start with the Weather Underground forecast. For today, we do have a chance of continued rain. We got a good bit Monday. Could see more today. Going to see a high of 76 degrees and a low of 52. The 3-day outlook. Wednesday, could see some more rain with a high of 62, low of 35. Should clear out for sure by Thursday. Clear skies, high of 59, low of 32. And then Friday, clear skies again, high of 59, low of 37 degrees. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from your Daily Journal and djournal.com on this Tuesday. Northeast Mississippi did get some much needed rain on Monday, and it could continue through Wednesday. According to the National Weather Service, some areas could wind up receiving up to 3 inches. That would be welcome because the region has had a lack of appreciable rain since September. Before Monday, Tupelo was 8 inches below its normal rainfall for the year. Now, while this week's rain could make a big dent in the deficit, it probably won't be enough to lift the burn ban that still covers most of Mississippi. Most Northeast Mississippi counties issued burn bans in late September or early October, and Governor Phil Bryant issued a partial state-level burn ban on October 11th. Brighton Forrester, Public Relations Director for the Mississippi Forestry Commission, said the agency will revisit the burn ban and evaluate it on a day-to-day basis. Forrester said a big factor will be how many consecutive days it rains. There's another chance for rain this weekend, but probably no more than a half inch. The Community Development Foundation broke ground on its third speculative building on Monday. The 100,000 square foot facility will be located in the Tupelo Lee Industrial Park South. The building is part of a program that began 5 years ago to provide building shells for prospective companies to move into. This building should be finished by the spring. CDF has also built buildings measuring 75,000 square feet and 50,000 square feet. The former is now occupied by Grammar, which announced in early 2014 that it would invest $30 million and add 650 jobs over 5 years. Now, these spec buildings serve as lures for potential tenants, according to CDF President and CEO David Rumbarger. He says the 50,000 square foot building at the North Lee Industrial Complex in Baldwin has attracted a lot of interest, but hasn't gotten a taker yet. Tupelo Mayor Jason Shelton is in Israel this week in an effort to foster international business development in Mississippi. The week-long trip is sponsored by the Mississippi Development Authority, which invited Shelton along. In a letter to the City Council earlier this month, Shelton said the mission of the trip includes meeting with companies interested in doing business in the Magnolia State. The council approved Shelton's request to join the trip, and his travel expenses will be covered by the Tupelo Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's not the first time Shelton has done a little globetrotting. In November 2015, he joined TCVB representatives at the World Travel Market in London, where they promoted Elvis-related tourism. And in sports, 2 Mississippi State players were honored by the Southeastern Conference on Monday for their performances in Saturday's Egg Bowl. Quarterback Nick Fitzgerald was named Co-Offensive Player of the Week. The sophomore set a single-game school record with 258 rushing yards in the Bulldogs' 55-20 win over rival Ole Miss. He scored 2 touchdowns on the ground, plus he passed for 109 yards and 3 more scores. Fitzgerald's teammate, linebacker Leo Lewis, was named Freshman of the Week. He was credited with 6 tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, and 1 sack against the Rebels. He continues to lead the SEC among freshmen with 72 tackles. That's it for Newsbreak on this Tuesday. We do want to remind you to check out the Memo podcast, coming to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all things Northeast Mississippi, with myself and W. Derek Russell. On Monday's episode, we visited with Joe Rutherford, a longtime employee of the Daily Journal who is retiring this week, 44 years on the job for the Journal. So we had a really good conversation and some good stories with Joe. So be sure to check that out in iTunes, your podcast apps, or at memo.djournal.com. Also on Monday, we had a new episode of the Capitol View webcast. Bobby Harrison, Capitol Bureau Chief for the Journal, filling us in on what's happening with the Ed Bill contract that went public last week, and also tax revenue for the state. You can watch that at djournal.com every Monday. And all these stories I talked about today you can find in your Daily Journal and at djournal.com. Follow us on Twitter at djournalnow. Give our Facebook page a like as well. That's it for Newsbreak today. I'm Brad Locke. We'll see you next time.